Hello and welcome back. We're at round 3 now in the FT1500 and I believe we're at Suzuka, another Formula 1 track.
Yes, that's right. First used in Formula 1 in 1987. First race was won by Gerhard Berger. The only figure of 8 track on the F1 calendar. All the drivers in F1 seem to love it, so I'm hoping that the drivers in the Cars Smart Motorsport Championship are going to love it just as much. But in these cars, anything goes.
Okay, so there we go. We should be starting. We've just got a quick intro, hopefully, that we'll get through. And away we go at Suzuka. Who's on pole here? Do we remember who's on pole?
I think Tepic was on pole here. I can't remember who was on second, but we'll see soon enough. So, yeah, it's not much else to say really. We've just got to wait for the start to come along.
Anything to play for. Right, so here we go then. Here we go. Lights are out.
Oh, Robbie Lewis in second. Oh, Jag's had an appalling start there. I think the Tepic got off into the lead. But what happened to Jag there? He's dropped all the way down. He's down in, he's up to 6 at the moment. So we've got a couple of people with wheels on the grass. And who's that who's just went off there?
Somebody spun there, I think. I can't see who. Let's take that back and have a quick look, see what we can see. So Tepic is indeed on grid, on the pole.
Jag's in 3rd position, but I think he just bogged down at the start because he just loses a lot of space at the ball. There's another one with a bad start as well. And Dave Speed had a bad start, and so did Jag. So yeah, not a good start for either of those.
So we're on board with Angus here. There's Dave Speed.
I think he just got tapped. I think he ran into the back of Jag somehow. I think he just tapped the wheel, but that was enough to unsettle the car and send him off the track.
Send him off onto the grass. And we're in 7th with Angus here. We can see Jag there still in 6th from his bad start. Into 5, he's in front of that by the looks of it.
It's into F6, I keep telling you.
Oh, I stand corrected. And pretty clean then, really.
Yeah, I think everybody eventually made it round the first corner. It's just there was a bit of argy-bargy.
Matty there off.
Yeah, Matty was off there. That's not good. And into the Denier curves. Yeah, it's Tepic's out in the lead with Robbie Blue in 2nd, Matty 3rd, Victor Meldrew up in 4th. That's a good showing.
Yeah, very good showing there in the Lotus. And very close racing at the moment. Robbie's not far from Tepic's rear bumper there.
Yeah, they're quite bunched together. Oh, Matty's gone off. I think he just went off in his own. I think he went a bit wide into the corner.
Yeah, I couldn't quite see on the camera there. We've got him to find 4th place now, sorry. Jag's making his way back. Well, he's made 1 position back. He's in 5th.
Victor's up to 3rd. Where's that come from? Anyway, we're all going underneath the crossover and approaching the hairpin. It all seems to be sort of settling down a bit at the moment. We've got Matty in 8th at the moment.
It looks like we've got here Robbie's on medium tyres. We don't know what tyres Tepic's on. Oh yes, we do now. He's on mediums as well. So both 1 and 2 are on the same tyres.
That's interesting. Tepic started the previous 2 races on soft tyres and then changed to medium. So maybe he's doing the reverse tactic on this one.
Yeah, and Robbie on mediums as well. We don't know what Victor's on. Maybe Victor's on the soft tyre, which is why he's so quick.
Could be. I mean, the medium tyres are going to be good for about 10 laps on this, and the softs about 6 or 7 laps. They're going to wear out quite quickly. They'll give you all the grip in the world. And Robbie's gone a bit wide into the Casio chicane there.
Yeah, it was, and we're on board. As you can see, again, we did touch on graphics before, but look at this in-car shot. You've got the 2 dials there. The gauges are actually moving. You know, the needles are moving up and down. You get the sun reflections on the dials there. Absolutely brilliant in this view, I feel.
Yeah, as Robbie goes a bit deep into turn 1 again and goes off.
Obviously, Jag's now made it up into 3rd place.
That's a good recovery drive. That is, considering the appalling start he had. He must have just absolutely bogged down on the start, and everyone swung by. But look, up to 3rd, so never say die in this game.
And actually, if you can notice, Jag is on actually a soft tyre there, so he elected to start on the soft. Whereas I think last race he started on hard. So a definite change on strategy there. So you've got Tepic and Robbie in 1 and 2, both on mediums. And you've got Jag in soft. Obviously that is going to help him here catch up, but his tyres are going to burn out very quickly, I would have thought.
Absolutely. As I said earlier, he's going to be lucky if he can get 7 laps out of those. Robbie seems to have been dropped by Tepic a bit there, so Tepic's now starting to eke out a small gap. Maybe that was because Robbie's gone off on a few more corners. Not necessarily off, but just sort of gone in a bit deep.
When like this now, Tepic there in 1st place, dropped Robbie a bit. What's going through Tepic's head? Is he like, Because obviously, I presume Tepic doesn't know what tyres other people are on at this point in the race.
No, he's going to have absolutely no idea. For all he knows, he started on the mediums and Robbie could be on the softs. Robbie could be on the hard tyres and trying to eke out the first stint for a lot longer and then maybe try to go for the overcut. All that Tepic's trying to do, I think, at the moment is just manage the gap. You've seen that there is a bit of a gap already. I mean, we're on lap 2.
It's quite a gap now. If you look there, that was quite. I mean, Tepic's come around the last turn now, so he's about to cross the line. How far back is Robbie? He's quite a little way back. I mean, there he is, but he is back on Jags again, about the same gap again.
Jag sets the fastest lap there, it's 1:47.
But he is on the soft tyres, but he has got a full tank of fuel, and as we spoke about before, the fuel does make a big difference in this.
Yeah, that will compromise the handling of the car with the heavy fuel load, and it will wear the soft tyres out a bit more.
We're only on lap 3, and who's in fourth there? Dave Speed and the other Ferrari's in fourth.
That's a good recovery. You remember he went off at the first corner?
Yes, he did, that's correct. So, yeah, so it's space now. We've got no Anton this week by the looks of it, so we've got a Ferrari down, have we?
Yes, and also we're on McLaren down because Honest John is not available here either.
Yes, very true. So two teams there, a shorter driver.
As Jags just went a little bit wide into Daniel, but managed to hold it. No loss there.
Dave Speed in fourth there on softs as well, I noticed. So Jag and Dave Speed on softs. Oh, and Matty's on softs as well.
Yeah, Matty's up to fifth as well. That's a good recovery drive.
And Interfire's on hards, I noticed.
Yeah, hard tyres are like driving on ice on these tracks. So yeah, they will last a long time, but you're going to have terrible grip in the first few laps of the stint. They will come to you later on as the track rubbers in and there gets more grip on the track.
And they're not mandatory, are they? The only tyre I think mandatory in these races was soft tyres.
Absolutely, yes. The soft tyres are mandatory because they wear out quite quickly. So if you left it open to everybody, they may not choose to run the soft tyre at all because it wears out so quickly. But being forced to run it here because it only runs about 5 or 6 laps on a circuit like this,
so it's forcing different strategies.
Absolutely, yeah. So you notice that Jags now got a 1:45 on the board, so that's a good showing.
1:45.2, yes.
Yeah. And Robbie's just made a big mistake there, and he's gone off.
Did somebody hit Robbie there? Was it all going back?
No, I think let's just have a look at this. I mean, he goes down the straight all very good. He had a good exit from the Casio Triangle. Called that way, by the way, just by corporate sponsorship, so there's nothing big about that. And yeah, he just gets a wheel on the grass there, and that just sends him off on the right. Unfortunately, he nudges the barrier, and unfortunately, nudging a barrier in this game usually automatically gives you a 1.5 second penalty.
So we've got Tepic there in first, and we've got Matty in second now. We've skipped on, sorry, to lap 10. Looks like we're into a pit stop here. Whose pit stop is this? Is it Matty's pit stop?
No, this is Tepic's pit stop. He's coming in at the end of lap 10, so the medium tyres, look at the state of the tyres on there. The rears are nearly gone. So the mediums, he was lucky to get 10 laps out of them. What's Matty doing there? He's in the lead.
He's taking in first place.
That is a good showing by Matty, considering he went off on one of those corners and dropped down to 8th.
So we've got Matty first, Robbie MRT second, jagging third, and there's Tepic coming out, probably wondering what the hell's going on. You know, he was in the lead by quite a way, and he's in fourth place.
Yeah, it seems to be struggling on those tyres, trying to get them warmed up. The track temperature, I think, has cooled down a bit because it's getting slightly overcast.
It looks very overcast, so I think that's affected it. And also, when you come out the pits on fresh tyres, the car definitely feels different, doesn't it?
Absolutely. The tyres are, well, I don't think there's any tyre warmers available in this game. That's not factored into the game when they do it. So you're starting basically from a pit stop on
a few corners or half a lap to warm up?
About half a lap, I reckon. Sometimes, depending on the weather conditions, as we see Tepic coming up to lap a back marker there.
But Tepic must be wondering at this point, has he done something wrong, or will this settle in pit stops down the road, different strategies maybe? Because obviously Tepic hadn't done a foot wrong, he was in the lead, and he's come out fourth at the end of those pit stops.
Yeah, but remember, everybody else in front also has to make a stop as well. I mean, we've only done one lap since Tepic's stop, and we don't know whether Robbie's going to try and eke it out a bit more, or we don't know what we're going to do.
It does look like Matty's got this one in the bag.
Never say never in this game, though. I mean, we skipped up to lap 20. Tepic managed to get back into the lead.
Look at Tepic's tyres again, though.
Yeah,
oh, he's coming in. He's coming in.
But he's run medium on 2 stints, so he's now got to put the softs on. He's going to have to run the softs for the last 5
So he's
laps.
going to be on the fastest tyre at the end of the race.
Yes, but they're the ones which are going to wear out the quickest. So.
But he's got the lightest fuel load as well.
Yeah, this
so
could be...
here we are. So Tepic is in the pits as we speak. We've got Robbie there on mediums, half warm by the looks of it, and Jag's very close behind him.
Jag's all over the back of Robbie there.
Tepic coming out the pits now. Now, is he going to come out and keep his lead? Yes, he is.
Yeah, he's got about half the start-finish straight on the lead. So
it's worked out in the end, as we were just talking about the pit stops. After all of that, it has shaken out quite well for Tepic, and he's in the lead again. So that was fine then. His strategy obviously worked.
He's obviously learned his lesson from Barcelona and has decided this time to have the soft tyres on with the lightest fuel load, and it shows. Look at the fastest lap time.
Yep, so we've got Tepic on a 1:44.8, is that? No, 1:44.6, sorry.
Yeah.
So absolutely flying on there.
I believe that's a second quicker than he went in qualifying as well.
Yes, and we're on the last lap, as you can see, so it looks like Tepic has got this one. Where are we now? We're coming to 130R?
Yeah, it's coming up to 130R. It used to be a 130 degree angle, but they reprofiled it, but they kept the name, so... So a bit of useless trivia there for him.
Oh, that's fine. There he is. He's come around the last corner there. So it's going to be a win for him by the looks. Here we go now.
Yeah.
As he comes up to cross the line, there he goes in first place.
Yeah.
We've still got Jag in second in the other McLaren.
Yeah, but Robbie's closing up by the looks of it.
Well, look at Jag's tyres. Those medium tyres are really badly worn, and fuel lights flashing as well. So there may be fuel issues there.
Oh, and Robbie's closing right up there. This could be a drag race to the start-finish line here.
It's very close. Can he get a run on him? That's the question.
He's in the slipstream. Can he pull alongside? No, he can't. Jag just holds it.
Very difficult there. We'll take that back just quickly. See if we can see it a bit more, maybe from Robbie's cockpit. See if we can see. Let's have a quick look at that. Let's see where are we. Okay, so yeah, we're on board now, and you can see those gauges that I was talking about earlier. You can see all the needles flickering about. So yeah, Jag very slow on these corners, obviously trying to just hang in there.
Yeah, Robbie's tyres are fresh, and he's got so much more grip than Jag has, but Jag's doing a good job of making his car wide and just pips Robbie to second place.
Very close in there. Anyway, that was very enjoyable, that one. Hope you enjoyed it. Hit the like if you did. And so that's round 3. So we've got round 4 coming up. Do we know where round 4 race is?
That one is going to be in Brazil at Interlagos.
Ah, lovely. So there's another Formula 1 track, I believe.
Yeah, I believe that Tepic doesn't like that track anymore, so it could be interesting to see.
Okay, so we'll look forward to seeing you there next week. Thanks for watching.